coming to get him.
You would approach it differently.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. All right, man. So you see Lamont Roach, he was on Still Talk, and he's talking about how the people are doing him dirty. The fans have been doing him dirty. You know, they've been underestimating him, saying, what? This is who Tank is fighting? Man, this dude is a 130-pounder. You know, people seem to forget that this guy is still a champion, though. He's a world champion, somebody who can easily fight at 135. He just at 130 as of right now, but he's going to come up to 135 for the Tank fight. But he has a point. But even though he has a point, he have to understand why the fans are reacting like this. It ain't really a diss to him, it's mostly them hating on Tank.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
That's what he don't really understand about the whole situation. But I'll go ahead and let you guys hear this clip. This is what he had to say. Check it out.
Hold on, so I mean, but what do you think it is in terms of like, do you think it's you or you think it's just because it's Tank that they doing it?
Nah,
like
no funny. They ain't even do Hector this bad, bro. I'm not. Hey, bro.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
even gonna capture you. They didn't even do Hector this bad. And if you keep a stack, there wasn't no split decision fight. I dominated him. He won like 4 rounds, bro. Like, to be honest, he won like 4 rounds. I fought on a PBC card. You know what I'm saying? I was unsigned. I was a free agent. He was a PBC guy. He was the champ. Come on, man. There wasn't no split decision fight. So, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm getting at is I dominated Hector. I dropped Hector. Yeah. I heard him before I dropped him. And they still, you know what I'm saying? They doing me crazy. They
doing you bad.
So, like he said, you know, the fans doing him dirty. You know, they really underestimating him. And listen, like I said before, it ain't really them trying to downplay him. It's mostly them trying to hate on Tank and trying to criticize what Tank has accomplished or what he is accomplishing. So they need to try to downplay his opponents. They've created whole memes about his last 10 opponents. Frank Martin was never a world champion. You know, Isaac Cruz wasn't a world champion. Ryan Garcia was dehydrated. Marios Barrios was dehydrated. Leo Santa Cruz was a natural 130-pounder who was on his way out. Hector Garcia was another 130-pounder naturally. That's what they do. But they don't talk about how these guys were champions though.
What kind of shit is that?
So this is just what they do. So Lamont Roach have to understand it ain't them really trying to downplay him, it's just them trying to hate on Tank.
To this day.
But then you got the ones who are not hating on Tank who still criticizing him. And those people are criticizing him because Lamont Roach also have to understand that this wasn't supposed to be a tune-up fight. This is supposed to be one of his big fights. You see, everybody looked at Frank Martin as a tune-up fight. Before Frank Martin, Tank hadn't fought in about close to a year. I think it probably was a year. I can't really remember. And so we knew he was coming back. And we knew he was going to have a tune-up. So we didn't mind Frank Martin. We just thought that this fight right here was going to be another big name, not Lamont Roach. And then Lamont Roach also said, man, they ain't even do Hector Garcia this bad. Well, you got to understand something. When Tank fought Hector Garcia, we already knew that Hector Garcia was a tune-up. We had already knew that. And Ryan Garcia was next after that. I think they even announced Ryan Garcia first before they announced Hector Garcia. I think they said Ryan Garcia and Tank in April, but first let's get through Hector Garcia, and that's going to be in, I think, what was it February or March? I can't really remember. So that's why didn't nobody say nothing. That's the reason people didn't care. So now fast forward to now, after Frank Martin, that was supposed to be in the tune-up, which means this fight right here is not supposed to be another tune-up, because that's how a lot of people are looking at it. They're looking at it as another tune-up. They are downplaying Lamont Roach. I mean, rightfully so. He is a 130-pounder. I get it. But I think Lamont Roach don't get it. And I think he don't understand on why they giving him more flack than what they gave Hector Garcia. We was expecting Hector Garcia. We wasn't expecting Lamont Roach. At least after this Frank Martin fight. After this Frank Martin fight, it was supposed to be somebody like Loma, Shakur, Devin Haney, any champion at 135 or 140. That's what we were hoping for. But here we are.